Good morning. Here we are again. Today's a Wednesday morning, a little drizzly, kind of chilly, but yet there's still beauty in this day. And there's beauty because that's what I choose to see. Today I woke with the thought, and the thought was, are you willing to change? Are you willing to change? And I got to thinking about that for myself. In the last few years, it seems I've been on a journey that's taken me far away from my plans. Yes, everybody has plans, everybody has goals, everybody has set out on this journey of their life to do certain things in a certain way, in a certain time frame. And sometimes we have changes that disrupt the plans. Sometimes. But then it takes you to a place, are you willing to change? Sometimes changes happen to us and we're not in a position or given a chance to change it. They just happen. Excuse me, I feel like I got something in my throat all of a sudden. And it's as if life events change things for us. And there you are in a position where it's not what you had thought. It's not where you thought you would be, who you're with, in the life circumstances that you had seen. But are you willing to change? Or will you get stuck in that spot and not be able to move forward? That's the question. You know, I made a change in my life. I went from one lifestyle, a certain plan, and all of a sudden everything inside me was churned. And it was like I was completely unhappy. And I didn't understand what it was. I was in a place where I thought I was situated, and change was something that I felt it was just all around me. I knew I was in a season of change, but I didn't know what it was. But I followed a path that was put before me that got me to where I am now. And I wake this morning with, are you willing to change? Sometimes these changes that we make are easy. Sometimes they're drastic changes, lifestyle changes. Things happen to us. Sometimes it's just getting ourselves out of the crap that we put ourselves in, and we don't even realize that we put ourselves in there. I watch some on this Facebook site, and I see people airing their dirty laundry. And it's like they project all this stuff, and then they say they don't understand why their life is horrible. And I'm saying this not in a judgmental way. I'm saying this as this is where we have the power over our own lives, and we are the creators of our own lives. So think about the things that you do in your day-to-day, the words that you choose, who you choose to say your words to. This is where the beginning steps of, are you willing to change and create the life that you want? The change begins with you. You're going to find that most things I talk about will always lead you back to you. We always want to think that our issues, our problems, our situations are due to outside sources. Oh, this person did this to me, so now I'm in this position. My parents did this to me, and now I'm in this position. Yes, there is a point of contact that we have with others, and they might say things, but now they might do things, and they may not have been right. But the question is, are you going to be a prisoner of those situations and continue to carry them without letting go? Because who you are is where you are right now. You are not what you were 10 minutes ago. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to let go? Are you willing to be right now? So you say to yourself, this is the life that I want. This is the kind of person I want to be around. This is the lifestyle that I see myself in. Where does it all begin? It begins within you. Another person is not going to bring those things to you. And let's just say they do. How true do you think it'll be to you? It won't. There'll be situations in that will cause you to have to give up something of you. Now, on the reverse, let's just say that everything that you are seeking, everything that you're looking for in this time that we're here, it originates from you. You want love? You're going to have to go inside and find that love in you. Now, most times, love is being blocked by a thing that is huge in our life, and it's called unforgiveness or forgiveness. Whether it's forgiving others or forgiving yourself. Most, and I'm going to include myself, I've learned how to let go, but for the longest of my life, I held things and I kept quiet, never said things, but I held them in. There's a point in which you get so full of these things that there's no more room for now. I found in a situation in my life, I was willing to change. I was willing to let go because I knew the only answer I had that was relevant to the moment in which I was to ask and give forgiveness. But it came from my heart and it came out of my mouth. And once I did, I received that which I asked for. And that was a second chance in this life. But it's still not easy. The forgiveness, whether it's forgiving others or forgiving yourself, those are two biggies. But are you willing to change? Are you willing to be aware of these things? Are you willing to stop doing some of the things that are setting you back? Okay, a relationship didn't work. See it. Give thanks for what you received in it. And then put it down. Put it in a place that's not going to keep you back. Is that easy? No. But here's the thing. You gotta start somewhere. And when you let go, when you go within, this is when you find your power and you take you back. It doesn't mean you love the person less. It doesn't mean that you will never love that person. It just means you go into you. You go back to who you are. Loving yourself. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to stop saying the negative things that you say in your day-to-day? And sometimes we say things and we don't realize it because it just becomes a word. Are you willing to change your patterns, the way you think? The way you think in the sense of, what is it that you want? Is it all the fluff stuff that's going to make your life better? Or is it making a difference in this world while you're here? In whatever form, shape, and size it comes. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a world changer, but why can't you affect your circle of influence and be a positive factor in those that you come in contact with? Let go of complaining on these social media sites. Start being a light, and that light will shine brighter and brighter in you. Start loving yourself. Forgive yourself. And forgive those who might have hurt you. Let it go. It's doing you no good, but the love will. And this is the place in which you need to go. But are you willing to change? Are you willing to create new habits? These are all habits that we create. These are habits that we have created our whole life. But it's stepping outside and becoming aware of these habits in which we can start to make the changes that we need to make to become willing to change. Yeah, I know. Sounds easy. But believe me, I've speaking for myself again, this has been a journey for me that's been very difficult. And I've been called on the carpet by people who I've been really wanting to be around. And I've been called on the carpet. Then I had to realize, hey, it's not a matter of how I am perceived, it's a matter of how I perceive myself. This is where my power is, and it is for everyone. It's not how you are looked at, it's how you look at yourself. And if someone sits and says to you, you're this, and it affects you, that's where you have to go because there's a weakness. There's something inside you that needs to be healed. And this is where we need to go. Are you willing to change? This is a time in which you have to decide. Currently, are you where you need to be, where you want to be? And if not, start making the changes in you. This is where everything begins. I said it, I'll say it again. Change begins with you. Are you willing to change? Now, there's going to be moments here. You've watched this. Maybe this resonates with you. Maybe. And if it does, just remember, this is an ongoing thing. Come back. Rewatch the video. Send me a message. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. I'm here. I feel the need now to do this every morning. Maybe it's going to do something, maybe it won't. I don't know. But for me, I feel there are others out there who are going through similar things. So, that's the end of this today. Be well. Be love. Always. Until next time. Stay awesome.